Okay, how's that? Well, that's about as good as it's going to get for tonight. I should have made this earlier. And just like all of you, I'm busy too. So, question of the day. For you that asked, and no, I don't mind you asking me anything, ever. I never mind anybody asking me anything unless you want a reading and you think I'm going to stop what I'm doing to give you a reading. That rarely happens. Rarely. But in any case, it's I don't consider that being considerate of others. Me. Here are the steps that I generally go through. And I say generally because each person is different. Each and every reading I have ever had since I started giving readings at 14 is different, okay? So you can't, let's say I used to put a lot of them on, well, I'd run Blog Talk and I would be running my camera to put it on YouTube at the same time. Yeah, I kind of got a little addicted there making videos. So now, when I tell you I'm going to do something a certain way, you have to remember that that is for you. When I talk to you, not a group of people, because if we're in a group of people, then I'm going to say, this is generally what happens when you're one-on-one. So each one of you are going to be different. You go to the website, theangels.us. You make your appointment, which is usually 2 weeks from now. I mean, I have a schedule I keep. I'm not just sitting around waiting for you to show up. And the day before, I will usually, if Spirit tells me to, send you a reminder. Don't forget to have your water, smudge. No one around. Did you hear the expression in that? No one. I don't want any little dogs running through. I don't want screaming children. I don't want husbands, wives, neighbors, the baby crying. No, I don't want none of that. None. See, other readers don't either, but they're just not as blunt as I am to tell you. Don't have any. I will hang up on you and keep your money because I have already put my energy out there to bring your spirits, angels, teachers, Orisha, cherubs, fairies, grandma, grandpa in. And that isn't always easy to do. It just isn't. Sometimes. If you believe in spiritualism, it goes a lot easier. If you're testing me, I generally don't see anything but a staticky TV. Remember the old-fashioned TV sets that had 4 legs? Unlike today with no legs. It's like that kind of TV from 1962. And it's just snow on the screen. That's it. Which tells me one of two things. Either you already know or you're testing me. In either case, I don't do that. And no, I don't give a refund. So, you make your appointment the day ahead. I'll remind you to do this, do this, do this, do this. The day of the appointment, I no longer call people. If you can't call me, then you need to figure something else out. But I'm not going to call you to, that's like the doctor coming to your house for your appointment. As far as I know, there's only like 2 towns in the whole world that still do that. Excuse me, United States that still do that. So, you're going to call on time. And I'm going to say, okay, now I want you to light your smudge. I want you to sip some warm water, not cold water, not coffee, not tea, not soda. Warm water, which means I expect you to put the water of your choice in a container and let it at least be room temperature, okay? And I want you to sip occasionally throughout the entire reading. So you call me and I'll say, hi, boo-boo. Are you ready to get started? Did you think good things? Did you speak good? Did you kick everybody out the house? Or did you go... One lady went and sat in her car, which I just so loved, because even from the car you could hear, people like, I don't know, next door or something, which is distracting. That's why I say that, because it's very distracting. And to me, that's rude to my spirits, and I'm not going to do that to my spirits. You can do whatever you want with your spirits, but I'm not going to disrespect my spirits like that. One guy actually fucking stopped and made a chicken sandwich. I said, why are you moving? Oh yeah, because I'm hungry, man. No. So, okay, we're ready to begin. So I say my prayer for protection. You'll hear that when you get a reading. And sometimes, usually more often than not, I'll say, you have your questions ready, and you'll say yes. And the only thing I want you to say is yes or no, okay? Okay. I know, I should have... There. So, usually it goes like this. Okay, boo-boo, so I hear the name Shaquandra. Do you know Shaquandra? She looks like this. Blah, 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 blah. She's wearing this. She's looks, if the spirit is strong and they come through like that. Oh, sorry, let me back up. Sorry, let me back up. I say, okay, boo-boo, did you drink your water? Did you think nice thoughts? Are you in a good, happy place? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so now, I already asked yesterday, your spirits, guides, and teachers, I told mine to go get yours and have them ready at this human time, okay? Okay. So, I want you just to take a few deep breaths, relax, think positive thoughts, and have your questions ready. I want you to only... I'm trying to redo it in my head as if I'm really doing a reading. I want you to continue to sip a few sips of water and continue to breathe, so you stay relaxed, so then your energy draws in your people, whoever's supposed to be here, and my people will go get your people, and da da da. Okay, so then I tell I tell your spirits, look, this is the way it goes, and for whatever reason I tend to look up, and I say, look, my other energy source obviously is this computer or this camera or whatever, because a few years ago I found out my spirit guides really liked me doing readings on the computer. So back when Skype was good, I did Skype readings a lot. So I still do. No, I don't have a recording device. You got to figure that out on your own. I don't do everything. Come on now. So I tell your spirit guides and teachers and loved ones, stand up in exactly one line formation. I don't want any ducking and dodging. I don't want any looking around the corners. I don't want to see just little eyes bugging out at me. I do not want to bring on whatever caused you to cross over. Because Uncle Sam, died of a train wreck. So I'm feeling like I have no legs. Because when he was in the train crash, it, chopped off half his body and the other half disintegrated. Because that happens, right? When you get hit by a train that's going, 1,000 miles a minute, you just disintegrate. There is no body. There's bits all over the railroad and rock and stuff. Yeah, when I used to work in San Francisco, they had a lot of accidents. People just wanted to kill themselves via the train, which I can understand if you really want to go home because it's instant. But anyway, there's no, lungs hurting. You don't be coughing. Don't be touching me. You do as I say, or you get the hell out. Okay, I don't want no back talk. I want you to come in clearly and precisely. So, boo-boo, you need to just really go to a really good place in your head so that your spirit guides will see your light. Guides, teachers, orishas, ancestors, whoever, they all come in. None of them have a body, so they all come in and they all got something to say. So don't tell me, oh, you can't do this, don't tell me what I can and can't do. I've been doing this since I was 4. You do whatever it is you do, and I'm a do Tosh, okay? So, And I just school them. If you don't speak English, you need to get to the back of the line and figure it out, or you need to go get your own interpreter. Yes, to the spirits. Yes, I'm saying this to the spirits. Yes, I'm saying this to the spirits. I don't know why people always make me repeat that. But anyway, what else? Yes, so I just give them my rules. No, you can't stay here with me. You got to go with whoever it is that wants the reading. You don't stay here with me. And also, at the end of this, and you're talking to them in their sleep or whatever, don't wake them up. Don't talk to them in the shower. And don't expect them to talk out loud back to you, because we humans kind of think people like that are crazy. So, none of that. Okay? And if they tell you no, you can't talk to them right now, you must leave. Or I'm going to instruct them to do the same thing that I do. If you want to act ignorant about it, ignorant for some of y'all, I will just send you to God. And generally when I say don't do that, I'm going to send you to God, pipes down right instantly. Okay, so then I do, I listen to my drum beat music. Usually I listen to Native American drumming circles. That really gets me going. And if they tell me to listen to something else, I do. But that's now, in this phase of my life, that's what I do. So I say, okay, so the first thing I see, or the smell, or feel, or touch, or taste, or whatever, somebody, that loved green. I see green. Do you know of anybody that loved green on the other side? Now, mind you, we're speaking to spirits. Unless they tell me that this person is still alive, please do not continue to ask me, is that a spirit? Should I know them? I don't know if you should know them. They're coming through to talk to you, not me. So, okay, well, this person is here. They look like this. They look like this. They look like this. Usually, if the spirit is strong, I can tell you exactly what they look like, because they're like right here in my face. Okay, back up. So, or, this person is speaking Russian. So instantly in front of you, I'll say, okay, this person is speaking Russian, so I'm going to tell them to go away and get an interpreter. Or they need to figure out how to speak English so I can understand what they're saying. On some occasions, the spirits that are speaking another language will give me 1 or 2 words to say to you so that you will know who they are and what they want. Usually. If they do not tell me something slowly and I can see their lips right here making the words enunciated, so then I can tell it to you, then I tell them you got to get to the back of the line. Okay, so then after I give you an hour reading of this person's here, this person's here, this person's here, this person's here, well, that person popped in. A lot of times, you people get so irritated with us, but it's your own energy. It's not all my energy. It's your energy. It's your fault you didn't hear whatever you wanted to hear. I'm not here to lie to you or make you feel good. I'm here to do my job, and that's to be a human telephone. That's it. That's it. Whatever comes, comes. If it doesn't come, maybe I'm not meant to give you that message. Maybe, Tazamisha is meant to give you that message tomorrow or something. There's so many factors to think about, because they don't have no skin. They don't have no time. And another thing, when spirit says, okay, you're here, 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 so approximately in 3 months, you're going to be here, here, here with this person or that person or this job or that cat or that dog. They don't have any time. So technically there is no tomorrow for them. There's no time. Remember that, people. There's no time. So figuratively, and this is what I usually follow that up with, if you do what your spirit knows you should be doing, you're going to be on track. You're going to be on time. And everything's going to flow smoothly. If tomorrow you say, oh, forget it, I don't like Bob no more, I like Brenda, then everything changes. Just that one thought changes everything. That's why Yama says, where the mind goes, the behind follows. Whatever thought you think, whatever words you say is what you're going to get, which is the reason why I tell myself, well, never mind, this isn't about me, sorry. So then they'll either have me do 1 or 2 things. Either you can ask your questions now, after I've already done your clairvoyant reading and all the other clairs, because they usually come in all together. So after I've done say yes, say no thing, And that's all you do is say yes, say no, because I don't want you feeding me information, obviously. Then you'd be like, oh, Tasha wasn't real. That was just a therapy session. I just went and vented. Which, for you, a lot of you new readers, that's what people expect. They expect to call you to give them a reading, but they end up talking to you for an hour and a half. Which is fine by me. I mean, you know me. I stay on the phone all day, every day with people. So I don't care. But then don't turn around and say, oh, Tasha didn't give me a very good reading because, no, boo-boo. No, stop. Stop. Okay? Because you chose to have a therapy session instead of a reading is not my problem. No, dear heart. No. That's your issue with yourself. Tasha has nothing to do with that. You called, I answered at the time you said you were going to call. Oh, by the way, if you're late, I don't reimburse you the money either. I have other people to help heal, listen to, give readings to. I don't have time to sit here, wait for 10 minutes and you say, oh, I'm sorry I was late. That's nice. Bye. Oh, what do you mean? I don't get to have, no, and you don't get your money back either. It says that on my website. And it's been on my website ever since I made that website, 15 years ago. So, no. It's not fair to my energy. I mean, I sometimes start getting ready for a reading 2 hours in advance. If I feel you're kind of skittish, you've never done this before, I'll start 2 hours in advance getting myself ready, calling out to your spirits, guides, teachers, loved ones, whoever, talking to my guys, telling to go get them, go get your guys, start bringing them in. And then as I listen to my music and, and I'm just in a nice, deep meditative state, and I tell them, look, these are my rules. This is how it's going to go. If you want to get out of line, get the hell out now. I don't have time for umming and ahhing because the person you're here to talk to has questions already ready, and I can't answer their questions with you. Well, I see one red ball, but now it's turning gray. No, I want specific, clear, precise answers. Precise. If you do not give me precise answers, I will tell God to take you away. So then the next hour of the reading is answering your questions, and then usually that's about 30 minutes. And then usually the caterpillar guy, Dana told me what his name was. And it's here somewhere, Dana. The caterpillar from the chick that fell down the ground. I can hear you say it, but it gets stuck right there on my tongue. Alice in Wonderland. Okay, there's the Cheshire Cat. And then there's some caterpillar guy, remember? So the caterpillar alien comes in for your legal issues, even if you forgot to renew your driver's license, or if you forgot you had a court date, or whatever. He comes in for that. And then I keep thinking I have a picture of them over there, but I don't because they're standing over there staring at me. The 3 Haitian sisters, which are these 3 black sisters. They have the huge cauldron in front of them, and it's just like Bewitched. They shrink themselves down depending on what space I'm in. Otherwise, the cauldron would fill this 8x10 room, just the cauldron. Okay, and so they're usually blue, red, and green, or sometimes she'll be pink. She's always red, and then she's yellow. So the 2 outside sisters are always changing their dress, but the middle sister, the only one that does the talking, is always in red, as far as I recall. But I try really hard not to remember anything, and I remind you, you need to find some recording device, and you cannot ask me tomorrow, you remember you said no. You see I'm a big already. I don't need no more cushion in protecting me from whatever your stuff is. No. Yes, I know that there's skinny psychics, but that's just not my thing this lifetime. So I am as beautiful as I am. So they come in to tell you, okay, so the worm will come in to tell you about your legal matters. The 3 sisters come in to tell you about your health. So I'm like, okay, the 3 sisters are here. They're Haitian sisters, and the middle sister is telling me that, example, I see a dot on your left breast. Have you had a mammogram lately? Have you felt a lump there, or whatever. And you'll answer, and by your answer, she'll keep going and going. See, everything runs off of your vibration and mine, but mainly yours, because your light is attracting these people in, not mine, because I don't give myself a reading doing your reading. That's rude. So then after that, if one of your teachers, one of your main spirits that are, I think, usually always with you, have a message, then they will come through and give me your really super duper 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 deep message for whatever you need to know right now. Okay? And this usually lasts about 2 hours. Now, I had a lady that wanted a reading, and I told her, and even if you're on a different time, I know this. I don't expect everybody to be on California time. Come on now. And for those of you who don't know time around the world, worldclock.com. Get it. Google it. Leave it on your computer. Watch, cell phone, something. I don't do late. Ever. Ever. Okay? My brother died. My grandma died. My uncle died. I wasn't late to work. I wasn't late to give my next reading or healing or whatever, counseling session. No. They're gone. Can't do nothing about it. I have to adjust myself when the appropriate time calls for it. No. Okay, that one comes in, or one of your, I call it like your master teacher, your joy guide. To me, the joy guide is the little one that sits on your shoulder and says, turn left, don't turn right at the next street. Because if you turn right, there could have been an accident and you don't get home for 2 days. Whatever. So after that, then I say, okay, do you understand what I've said? The master teacher and this teacher, whoever says they want to go home with you, is it okay if they go home with you? If not, you need to tell them, no, you can't come home. You can't come over here for, it doesn't matter whatever the reason is. And if you say yes, then I say, okay, look, we humans have some rules, okay? So don't wake us up. Don't be touching stuff. Don't be moving my jewelry around and go play with the snake. I'm sure she'll like that. Or, the cat or the dog, which they do that anyway, and children too, of course. But don't be, mischievous and just moving my stuff around and turning the lights on at 3 in the morning. Yeah, that used to happen to me all the time growing up. The lights would come on, or we'd get ready to walk from one part of the house to the next, and the leaves would move. Uncle would sit on my bed at like 3 in the morning, and you could actually feel the bed go, eh. Tasha, Mom, Uncle Arnold, leave her alone. And you could feel the bed rise, and you could hear him crunch, crunch, crunch down the carpet to Mom's room. Yeah. Anyway, so that's pretty much what a reading's going to be like with me. Some last 2 hours. I've had a reading that lasted 5 hours. Depending on your energy, how high your energy is, how high your spirit's energy is, by you not and oh, I don't know what that means. And now I understand you don't know what it means. Write it down and think about it later. Not now. And yes, I tell people that, just like that. I don't know. I don't know who these people are any more than you do. I know my guys and teachers and master teacher and doctor and all that other good stuff. I don't know yours. You have to learn to talk to yours yourself. Like I had to learn to talk to mine myself. And I don't know why you people, by the way, always think it's just going to take 2 days. What the hell are you thinking? Learning to breathe when you came out the womb took longer than 2 days. Come on now. Probably, just saying, you know what I mean? Just go with me. Just work with me here. So you have to figure it out for yourself. And I tell you, if you don't have a recording device, you better take good shorthand, because I'm not backing up. My spirits do not go backwards and repeat themselves. They don't. So if you have never heard my blog talk radio, reader hyphen Tosh, not Tasha, okay? So Google that, reader hyphen Tosh, okay? You see 6 or 7 years of blog TV recordings. Excuse me. I go fast. My spirits go fast. Keep up. I don't want no I don't know. Are you sure? Well, was it yellow? No, shut up. Yes. because otherwise I'm going to lose information. If I lose information, you lose information, and that could mean something really important. So sometimes my granny will pop in and she'll say what so and so said was blah 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 blah. Okay, or my granny will come in and say what Sri Lanka means is, she needs to, watch her step when she goes out to the garden to water at 5:30 in the afternoon. Rarely. So I'm just being honest. This is how I work. A lot of people don't like it. I don't care. I don't do what you tell me to do. I do what God tells me to do. Okay? I do what my spirit guides tell me to do, because they're not wrong. So, I've had, of course, lots of people, oh no, you were wrong. No, baby, you weren't talking to me. Even though my voice didn't change, you were still talking to your spirits. So, you got beef? Go talk to your spirits. Not Tosh. I am the instrument. I'm not your spirits. I'm an instrument. A telephone? Hello, the telephone? That's me. I'm the telephone. Hello. Phone. That's me. I'm not your angels, teachers, cherubs, and guides. Orishas, fairies, leaf people, saints, all them other things that don't have a body. I'm not them. I'm Tosh, okay? See, I got skin. I cannot see all and be all. No, don't work like that, okay? So then after that is usually, if you're not still talking to bring them in, is usually when they start like leaving, just like in Ghost. They go through to the other side, back to the other side of the veil, and I don't see them. So they just like fade away. We fade to black, they fade to black, okay? So for 2 hours, I only charge $125, and I think that's more than fair, because it's not your energy being drained. You're not feeling, tasting, smelling, feeling people poke you, feeling heebie-jeebies up the back of your neck. I am, and I deserve to get paid for that. So, but I don't have the desire to gouge people. You can call, oops, I almost said their name. That's not nice, Tosh. And you can call people that charge you, $1 a minute. There you go. It doesn't matter. You're not hurting my feelings anyway. I'm here to do what I'm here to do, and I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Do you? So that's pretty much the steps I go through when I do a reading, and it's just like making jewelry or any of my other services. You pay now. You don't say, I'll pay you the day before. No, because if I schedule you in my schedule now for next Friday, the whatever day it is, you need to pay me for my time. If you don't show up, that's your problem, not mine. I scheduled my time. I did my cleansing, my deep meditation work. I already take notes even before that day gets here. Spirit's like, hey, write down this name. Okay, Barbara Schwartz. Okay, and that was for who? Okay, that's for Boo Boo. Okay, so on my calendar, which I always keep a calendar, of course, for everything, I write down everything. Okay, so next Friday is the 27th. So yeah, so I'll put Barbara Schwartz for Boo Boo. So when Friday comes, because I can't be remembering stuff, y'all. A lot of people do. I'm not that person. I'm not them. I don't want to remember anything. I don't want to remember no feelings, no dreams, no sensations, nothing. I have my own life. You keep all that. If you think that's cool, you keep it. And then there's people like Delisa who just have a fucking steel trap memory, and Dana. And sometimes I like that, but other times I don't. Because when I was younger, I found that I was just feeling bleh, like you have cramps all the time, but you don't have no cramps. What do you call it? Phantom pains, So that's pretty much how I do things. You can go to The Angels, TheAngels, click on services, Click on how to get a reading. Pay right there. There's a donation box. Then text me, message me somehow on Facebook or whatever. I'd like to book a reading with you for next Saturday at 3 o'clock your time, Tasha. Figure out what my time is. It's not my problem to figure out what your time is. You're coming to me for a service. If I went to you for a service, I'd figure out what your time is. Oh, and just imagine, I know approximately within an hour what the time is just about all over this planet. It's good business. Try it. Yeah. Otherwise, you go to worldclock.com or you ask your phone. Okay, Google, what time is it in Afghanistan? Or whatever. Figure it out. I shouldn't have to do all the work myself. Goodness gracious, come on now. Okay, so, and then I end with another prayer. Do you understand everything? How do you feel? I hope you wrote it all down. Is there anything else you want to talk about? So see, these people that say, oh yeah, I'll give you 30-minute reading, for $200. I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I'm just saying I hope that you are pleased with the service. Because I know my customers are. I always go above and beyond because I don't like feeling, oh, I should have got this. Even though I know I got what it is exactly I needed. I know that. But you might not feel that way. And that's okay. Just say, well, Tasha, I was just... And, all my clients, today alone, I must have talked to 37 people. So, and I'm not saying that to be precocious. I'm saying that because we all could leave each other with a clear understanding. That's my point. Okay? So I don't want you to ever feel uncomfortable saying, oh, even tomorrow, oh, I have another question. Not a reading question. So when you said this of the spirit that looks like such and such and such, and I know you don't remember, but you said the spirit looked like this, this, and this, and this, and their message to me was, let me read it to you, don't go there on Thursday, go there on Saturday. So, in your opinion, Tasha, do you think I should go, talk to a specific person or whatever? Because to me, there's a little bit of difference in that instead of... Oh, I have one more question. Do you see my boyfriend fucking, Tazamisha? No. To me, that's different. Getting clarification on some things is a lot different than asking for another reading, So, just ask it, and I'll just say, no. I'm not going to answer that. Or you can leave the question there, and I'll ask my spirits, and I'll be back when they give me an answer. You don't keep nagging a person. So, can I just ask you one question? Well, could you show me how to do da-da-da-da? In other words, can you still answer my question even though I'm not going to pay you? And if the spirit says yes, then I have to, because I never, ever, 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 ever go against what my spirits tell me to do. Ever. And you see, I'm big, and I don't have a problem pushing my weight around, because a lot of people in a lot of other religions, well, you should do this and you should do that. And I said, then you should pay my rent. Huh? Yeah, think about it. Don't go, huh? What? I don't want to hear your fucking what. If you want to tell somebody what to do, you should pay my rent then, huh? Yeah. So when you pay my rent and buy me food, I'll take your opinion into consideration. Now, that versus, Tasha, have you ever considered, when I got a reading, have you ever considered eating a really big meal before you do readings? That's quite different than you shouldn't do that. And you're not, okay. My biggest example is when I did my Orisha kits. Are you initiated? What the hell business is it of yours? What I am. The only thing you know that I am is a fat black chick. That's PHAT. And that's pretty much all you need to know. What can I do for you? Oh, well, and their thing was, well, somebody sent me to tell you that you shouldn't be doing this, but I see now. I said, it's none of your business what I am and what I'm not. That's not your place. That's between me and whatever gods I choose to believe in. You don't have anything to do with telling me something or trying to teach me something in this condescending writing tone because of the word he chose to use. Okay? You don't should on me. You don't know me. Well, I've been doing this for 50 years. Well, let's see. Uh, okay, no, better example. I've been doing this for whatever years. And, you know, at that time I already read his profile and I saw how old he was. He wasn't a senior citizen, which would be my elder. Then I would respect that and say nothing. And I said, well, I've been doing readings in spiritualism all my life. So I'm 55. So that, again, doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care how long you've been Catholic or Jewish or a Mormon or Santeria or Paulo or Ifa or anything. That's none of my business. That's between you and whatever gods you believe in. Just like mine is whatever I choose to believe in, because that's what works for me. And I've studied theology for many, many years. Okay? I believe a little bit in all of them. Because let's face it, sometimes we're really just saying the same thing, but using different words. Really. Anywho, so that's pretty much how I do my readings. If you don't, let's say we get to a part and we're stuck. Like this person is just hovering over here, which I usually don't accept, but they didn't feel malicious. So Uncle Bob is just hovering over here and he's got my face all nice and warm. And I'm like, okay, well, Bob is here and this left side of my face is really warm. Did he, you know, die in a fire or did he get burned? Oh yeah, that's right. He did have that mark on his face, you know. And sometimes you just have to keep digging and digging and digging. And sometimes you just fucking stop and shut up and wait. I don't have all your answers. I only have some of your answers, okay? So in knowing that I only have some of your answers, you know, come to me, you know, face to face. Don't be looking sideways talking to me, hey Tosh, how you doing? And you looking over here, talking out the side of your neck. That's where, you know, the saying comes from, you know, talking out the side of your neck. Because you looking over there, minding somebody else's business, and you're not in our conversation over here. So I'll say, okay, if depending on the situation, obviously, because I'm usually holding like 4 conversations right now. So depending on what's happening and depending on what Spirit tells me to do, I will shut off all those other people and say, okay, hang on a second. And then I hold my, you know, big fat crystals and I'll burn some sage stuff. And I'll say, okay, whoever's here for this lady, could you please answer this question right now? And they'll say yes or no. You know, no is just silence. And yes could be anything from a green light, literally a green light, or something to let me know that they're going to answer. Just hang on, Tosh. So I tell them, just hang on. Don't move. Just sit there and be still. Sip some water or tea or coffee or whatever you have. Just sip it and be still. Okay, so Bob came back. And yeah, Bob is the one who got scolded by coals because he was shoveling coals on the old-fashioned train or something. And he wanted you to know blah, 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 blah. But that rarely happens. I usually get people coming back for, you know, more information that they forgot to ask yesterday. Schedule another reading. Or you could pay me $10 a question in email. And I'll reply as soon as I get an answer, usually somewhere after midnight. Dang it. Would you guys get this hair out of my eye, please? I know you could do it. Okay, I'm trying to think of other scenarios, as it were. But usually, I've only had like this whole year, I've only had like one person that only understood half of the 2-hour message. So, like I tell them, sit down, be still, and think about it. Don't be silly and, oh, what is that? 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 Like your 7-year-old child going to Disneyland. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? No. Just let it go. Just let it go. Because you're just trying to shove that whole elephant down your throat in one bite. Last time I checked, that didn't work. Because I got a big mouth, but I can't eat no dang elephant toe. Least of all, the whole damn ear, you know? So, think, people, think. And when you really think about it, you don't need to be asking a whole lot of questions. You need to sit down and be still. You know, well, why can't I do this, gift, Tosh? Why can't I do that, gift, Tosh? Because you need to shut up and be still. They are talking to you, but you can't hear it because you're in band and choir, and then you got to run over there and pick up the kids, and you got to run and pick up the husbands, and the husband wants to have sex, the wife wants to have sex, the kids need this, the dog needs that, the cat needs it. Sit your ass down and shut up. They always answer you. You always already have the answer. God would not give you the question if you didn't already have the answer. You know? And by the way, I don't do a lot of, well, I'm with this guy or girl, and I want him or her to leave his wife for me. And now, don't get me wrong. There have been circumstances, I don't know how many, that, I don't know, the guy was in an accident or something. He had no sex drive whatsoever. So after giving this lady her reading, they sat down and talked about it, and he's like, well, hey, I won't ask, so you won't tell. But I know you need it, so you have my permission to go get it. I just don't want to hear about it. Rare things like that have happened. Or I think, if I remember correctly, somebody was about to try to go kill herself, and only in that instance they answered the question to you about somebody else. See, that's the thing. Most of the time, my spirit guides say, no, you ask questions about yourself. You don't ask questions about some other person. Now, just hear me out. If a mother is concerned about her kid, that's different. But as far as saying, hey, Tasha, do you see Bobby, fucking Susie? Are they together now? Does he love her? What is he doing? Was he with her last Saturday? Won't do it, because whatever that lesson is, it's meant for you to learn, not for you just to take the easy way out and I'll answer it, and well, I'm gonna go do this to get him back. Maybe he's not supposed to be with you. Maybe she's not supposed to be with you. I mean, shit, I want everything I want too. Do you think I get it? Okay, most of the time I do, most of the time. But I don't ask for silly things, like I wanted to do business with this one lady who said she was going to put my jewelry in her shop. I'm not sitting here begging, oh God, please, please, please. Oh, let her take my jewelry. Oh, let her take. No. If I didn't already choose that, then it might happen in a parallel life, but still not this one. And that's okay. I know the universe has opened something better than what these eyes could see. And I just have to take faith in that and let it go. I'm not going to pound my own brain. Well, coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda, shoulda. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so I think that's about it. And I have a video already on YouTube how I do healings. Even though it's changed a teeny bit, I'll do a video about that later. Love kitty cats. Hate the hair. Anything else? It's so funny. So I don't know who this alien is, but it is very lovely. It's asexual, and I just by the feel of her, I would call it a her, and she's just a rainbow in stereotypical, if I can say, forgive me, alien form, just no flesh, just smooth, no really bulbous eyes. They're just flat with slits, 2 holes, no ears, the oval face that we see on X-Files or whatever. And she says, you tell them that we love them. We love them so much. Yes, all of you watching right now, that's who she's talking about, okay? And thank you for allowing me to call you a she. As if they care. See, that's the good thing about talking to aliens and spirits. They don't care. They don't have to have a name. It just, if you just think the thought, they're there. And I know that's easier said than done, but if you start today getting your shit together, it won't be hard when this time next year comes, and then you'll stop being out of control. So you have to learn to control your gifts. You have to learn to turn them off. And I know a lot of you don't want to do that, and I don't care because I don't pay your rent. So if you want to stay open all day talking to spirits and seeing things, you have at it. Not Tosh. That's not my thing. So go be good to yourself. I love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Let's get together. Let's start learning how to use your gifts. As you can see, I'm not an easy teacher, so you have to be able to deal and listen and pay attention. Not wander off to other conversations while I'm waiting for an answer. Not acceptable. Not doable. Ever. Ever. And I'm not trying to seem like a snob or whatever. This is just how I work because this is how my spirits work. And I work how my spirits work. I do what my spirits tell me to do. No matter what you think. No matter what anybody thinks. No matter what my mama thinks. And y'all know I love my mama. Man, my mama is my right tit because my left one's my most favorite. But anyway. Because just like any other religion, you know, you do whatever religion you're in says to do, right? So this spiritualism is my religion. And that consists of a lot of different types of spirits. You know, I have a lot of guys. I never have any issues with women in Santeria and Paulo and Ifa and Yoruba. Just the men. You have to do it this way, and you have to do it this way. No, I do it the way my Orishas tell me to do it. Oh, well, Oshin would never say that. Have you met her? When you meet her, I'll be happy for you. In the meantime, I'll do what I feel led to do. Okay? So, I'm going to shut up and get started on my next video. Somebody just keeps saying, we love you guys more than you will ever know. I thought there was a face in the window. Probably is, but I don't see it good, so I make them go away. Okay, there you are, boys and girls. I love you, I love you, I love you. Please love yourself and stop saying yes all the time to things you don't want to say yes to. That is self-defeating for your spirit growth. It really is. It really is, okay? So get out of here. I love you. I'm going to feed my baby and do another video in a little while. Be happy. Happiness is decided ahead of time. There you go. I love you. Bye.